Krishna devotees, thank you for joining the online reading session of the book The Motivation of Srila Prabhupada. Om Ajnana-Timirandhasya Jnananjana-Shalakya Chakshuramritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swami Namane Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swami Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Guruvani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyamadi Paschatya Deshtarane Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Vedanta Shri Narasimha Gaur Bhakti Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Mukam Karati Vachan Mukam Kripatam Mandeshwaram Paramanandam Madhugam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Ragisha Yasya Vani Lakshmi Yasya 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 Deve Bara Bhakti Yatha Devi Tadha Sete Karta Yatha Prakash Gurve Gaura Chandra Radhika Yatha Krishna Krishna Yanta Prabhishna Manasman Siddham Sanjeevan Pranamo Bhagavate Purushaya Paramichikaro Hridhanya Krishna Chittavidam Parita Pitrigeha Danda Samsara Pupa Provajana Sukabda Vajan Samsumishwa Bhujat Vikar Sambhati Hare Krishna. So continuing to read from the book The Modern Mission of Srila Prabhupada. We are in part 9. No, part 10, I think. Yes, part 10, political initiatives. In that, government in India. So under 13th chapter, we are under the section 10 points for Indira Gandhi. Ten points for Indira Gandhi. Srila Prabhupada was confident that if Indira Gandhi accepts our philosophy, then our whole preaching in India is a success. As one life member commented, if Indira Gandhi were to do mala chanting, I am sure millions of people in India would be doing mala. From 1970 onwards, Srila Prabhupada tried through his disciples to arrange a meeting with Mrs. Gandhi, or to have her preside over a public function organized by ISKCON. However, after some time, Srila Prabhupada surmised that for some political reason she cannot join our movement. During the summer of 1975, Srila Prabhupada abruptly terminated his tour of America upon receiving a telegram intimating that he wanted an interview with Indira Gandhi. He would have to come at once. An appointment was fixed for 22nd August 1975. In a pocket notebook, Srila Prabhupada listed 10 points to present to Mrs. Gandhi. Ultimately, he did not do so because on that day she was disturbed by rumors of a threat to her life, and Srila Prabhupada had only 10 minutes to speak to her. Nonetheless, these notes are testimony of Srila Prabhupada's vision for how enlightened leadership under his direction could make for Krishna conscious India. The 10 points. Number 1, grant immigration for 500 ISKCON foreigners. Comment. Srila Prabhupada wanted many Western devotees to come to India to learn the traditional culture of Krishna consciousness, to preach and to manage the ISKCON centers there. All MPs initiated Brahmanas. Comment. This means initiated as Vaishnava Brahmanas, following the regulations of Krishna conscious life. 3. The Sanjay, the king, Indira, mother queen. Comment. Sanjay was the second son of Indira and was active in politics. Srila Prabhupada always stressed that monarchy is superior to democracy and that a male should be the ruler, not a female. A God-conscious king A God-conscious king should take guidance from ideal brahmanas and rule the country for the sake of dharma. Rule the country for the sake of dharma. Srila Prabhupada wanted to re-establish this system. Close slaughterhouses, chanting. Sorry, I should read like this. 4. Close slaughterhouses. 5. Chanting. 6. Meat eaters at home. No public meat eating. Comment. Srila Prabhupada stipulated that while meat eating cannot be fully stopped, slaughterhouses and butcher shops should be closed. Then meat eaters would have to personally kill any animal they wanted to eat. Such restrictions would certainly reduce the consumption of meat. Prostitution punishable. 7. Prostitution punishable. 8. No religious group except Bhagavad Gita as it is. Prabhupada is radical like anything. All government officers must join Kirtan at least twice a day. Comment. Srila Prabhupada's idea was that among the people in general, Kirtan should be promoted, but for government officers, it should be compulsory. Unless the leaders of the society were ideal, the country must necessarily be spoiled. Yes. Support. Number 10. Support Krishna consciousness all over the world. Comment. If the Indian government were to vigorously promote Krishna consciousness nationally and internationally, worldwide revolution of consciousness would take place, and soon India would be respected as the spiritual guide of all nations. Elsewhere, Srila Prabhupada had mentioned some specific points that a Krishna conscious leader in India should implement. In India, there are so many slaughterhouses. He said that 10,000 cows are killed every day. This is, when is this quote? When is this quote? This is 1973. Now millions of cows are killed every day. Thousands, at least millions. It is said that 10,000 cows are being killed every day. If someday Krishna's representative takes the governmental power, he will immediately stop all these slaughterhouses, all these brothels, all these liquor shops. Then there will be peace and prosperity. Yes. Get this, slaughterhouses out, brothels out, liquor houses out, cricket matches, cricket stadiums, IPLs out. Then people will be peace and prosperity. Cinema, burn all the theaters, kill all the, sorry, I should not say this openly. Chapter 14, an attempt in Mauritius. Mid-1975, Prabhanu Das and another Western devotee, uninitiated, started holding big public preaching programs in Mauritius, an island in the Indian Ocean, about 850 kilometers east of Madagascar. Hindus constituted around half of the approximately 1 million population, and they eagerly welcomed the devotees assembling in large numbers and happily chanting the Maha Mantra. Being long, some leading Hindus asked the Prime Minister, Sir, C.O. Savur Ramgulam, also a Hindu, to invite Srila Prabhupada, and accordingly on 11th September 1975, a letter was sent from the Prime Minister's office to Srila Prabhupada in Vrindavan asking him to please visit Mauritius to bless the island and its people with your holy presence. Adjusting his busy schedule, Srila Prabhupada replied that he would arrive on 30th September. Although Mauritius is a small, remote island, Srila Prabhupada had big plans for it. Considering the exceptionally positive response, Srila Prabhupada hoped to make Mauritius the first Krishna conscious country in the world. To a leading Mauritian, Srila Prabhupada said that if the government was serious in accepting the Krishna consciousness movement, he would consider making his world headquarters there. He deemed Mauritius ideal for that due to its blend of Indian and Western influences, and because he found the Hindus in Mauritius more pious than those of in India. You see, Indian people are not pious, it seems. Upon landing, when asked about his schedule and programs, Srila Prabhupada replied, I want to see the leading men of this place, because if they understand the importance of this movement, then my mission will be successful. Yadyat acharati shreshtas tatat eve torojana. Bhagavad Gita, 3rd chapter, 21st verse. In Bhagavad Gita, it is said that whatever the leaders do, the ordinary common man follows it. So if the leading men of Mauritius understand the importance of this movement, then I am sure it will be very much beneficial for everyone. Addressing an exclusive group of nations, leaders, and foreign diplomats, Srila Prabhupada proposed that an ideal state based on instruction of Bhagavad Gita be set up in Mauritius. People will be very much inclined to it. In a big state, especially a highly industrialized one, it would not be possible. But in a small state like Mauritius, you can make it happen. You won't be making a new experiment. This experiment has already been made and proven successful. In the Vedic sorry, it would not be possible. People will be very much inclined to it. In a big state, especially a highly industrialized one, it would not be possible. But in a small state like Mauritius, you can make it happen. You won't be making a new experiment. This experiment has already been made and proven successful. In Vedic days, people lived strictly according to the principles summarized by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. They made the test and proved that the principles are true. So you just have to follow what is already there. You simply have to accept Vedic. Later, Srila Prabhupada told a group of disciples, if the government accepts you as guides, then everything will be all right. Significantly, more than in other places, Srila Prabhupada's preaching in Mauritius focused on social arrangement, management, government, rural organization, and how to practically institute a Krishna conscious society with stress and with stress on Varnashrama Dharma and agricultural self-sufficiency. He was critical of the Mauritius cash crop economy. Constantially, Srila Prabhupada did not meet the Prime Minister. Soon he returned to Bombay, never again to set foot in Mauritius. As in other places, he gave seeds of ideas and left them for his disciples to develop. Okay. Okay, Paramatmananda Prabhu, you can start reading.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes, bro. Manipur.
You have to go to a place where it is little bit calm, peaceful. Otherwise, so many people are in the background.
Yes.
Yes, Prabhu, continue.
Yes. Manipur. In Mauritius, Srila Prabhupada wanted to establish a small ideal state as an example for the rest of the world to follow. Similarly, in 1977, considering the ancient Vaishnava heritage of Manipur and its enduring Gauriya culture, Srila Prabhupada became eager to go there and organize it as a Vaishnava state. Several times he expressed his ideas regarding Manipur. There must be some state, ideal state, just like Russia is a communist state and they are making nice propaganda. Similarly, we must have a Krishna conscious state. I want to start in that small state, a Varnashram idea. That is my dream. Small state, it can be done. Brahmana, Kshatriya. We want a stronghold of this culture, and I think it will be possible in Manipur. Make Daiva Varnashram. There must be first class Brahmanas, first class Kshatriyas, first class Vaishyas, and first class Shudras also. These are my ideas. The whole world will see that here is real culture, Vedic culture. Let there be at least one country with ideal Brahmanas, ideal Kshatriyas, showing exceptional enthusiasm for the prospects in Manipur. Srila Prabhupada even wrote a Bhagavatam purport about the very all mountainous country known as the Manipur state. 5,000 years ago, when the Pandavas ruled, Manipur existed as did is king. Therefore, this kingdom is a very old aristocratic Vaishnava kingdom. If this kingdom is organized as a Vaishnava state, this revitalization will be a great success because for 5,000 years this state has maintained its identity. If the Vaishnava spirit is revived there, it will be a wonderful place, renowned throughout the entire world. Manipuri Vaishnavas are very famous in Vaishnava society. In Vrindavan and Navadvip, there are many temples constructed by the king of Manipur. Some of our devotees belong to the Manipur state. The Krishna consciousness movement therefore can be well spread in the state of Manipur by the cooperative efforts of the Krishna conscious devotees.
Hare
Beyond
Krishna.
designate,
Prabhu,
yes,
you are living in Assam.
yes, bro.
So you can tell something about Manipur. You know, you know something about that? I never visited Manipur. I don't know nothing about that. Do you know how the Manipur Vaishnavas are there?
Yes, they are traditional Vaishnavas. They means they now eat non-veg items, but in their culture, the Vaishnava tradition is there. Like their marriage ceremonies, everything, their day-to-day life, they follow Vaishnavism.
Mostly converted Christians nowadays.
No, there is two community there. Two
Yeah.
community there. Yes, the Vaishnava community, maybe the Kuki or there are two Maiti and Kuki. There are two communities there. One community is converted into Christians, and the other one is till now it is Vaishnava.
Oh, yeah. They have a different kind. They have a different kind of mridanga, different kind of playing
Yes,
kartal, kirtan, and
yes,
they have very
yes.
nice. Tilak is also little bit very thin and
Yeah, similar. Yes, when Manipuri king was there, and he was a devotee of a disciple of Narottam Das Thakur.
oh.
There, yes, there was a king in Manipur, and he was a disciple of Narottam Das Thakur, and that influence is still there in their culture.
Mm.
And the whole state became Vaishnava. After the king became the disciple of Narottam Das Thakur, all the Manipuri people became devotee of Krishna.
But then how the other only Vaishnavas are still left, but there are other community did converted to Christians.
Yeah, slowly it is converting, but that community, that Vaishnava community is still there. They don't convert into Christian.
Mhm.
They don't like Christianity.
Okay.
Mhm.
Manipuris are there in Assam.
Manipuri, yes, Manipuri. In Guwahati, they live. Manipuri Basti is there.
Mhm.
Mm.
What is
People
their
live
main
in
occupation? What is their main occupation?
main occupation.
Ah,
I don't know. Means the people live here in Assam. Manipuri people live here in Assam. They basically do job.
But
And
what is the
I never.
traditional occupation?
Traditional occupation is agriculture only.
Mostly agriculture.
Agriculture. Yes, most agriculture.
Okay.
And they make different types of handicrafts as
Uh-huh.
an item. Uh,
Okay. Okay, Prabhu.
yes.
Can continue. Saruta Mother Maharaj is from
I, I,
Manipur, no?
I, I purchased one Manipuri mat and sent it to Guru Maharaj, and he liked it.
Uh-huh.
I sent it. Jagannath Prabhu told me to purchase one Manipuri mat, so I purchased it
Manipuri
and
mat.
Yes, Manipuri mat, chatai.
Oh, Manipuri mat is entirely different, huh?
Little bit thick, thick.
Oh, it is thick. Okay, okay.
Yes. Jagannath Prabhu
That,
told me to purchase.
uh, okay.
Uh, yes.
Even the other community, they are against Vaishnavas because they put bomb when Sarvadamodar
Yes,
Maharaj.
yes, yes, yes. There are two communities. There are mainly main two communities. I forgot the name. One is Kuki and another one is Maiti.
Okay.
One community is Vaishnava and other one is converted into Christianity.
So they
Mainly
don't
they
like.
came from no, yes, mainly they came from Burma, Myanmar.
Oh, and settled over
Yeah, they
here, huh?
came. Yeah, they came from Myanmar and they are Christians.
And
And traditional Manipuri people don't there is a regular clash between them, between Vaishnavas and Christians.
uh, and these people who are like, they are Maoists. There are few people who are Maoists also in Manipur. They don't like, I mean, they put bomb in the temple in
Yes,
Manipur
yes,
ISKCON temple
yes,
on one
yes,
Janmashtami.
yes, yes.
When that happened,
Uh, exactly. I forgot the year. I forgot the year.
I think it is in 2001 or 2, I think.
Yes, and Maharaj was present there in the temple. Actually, before bombing the temple, they informed Maharaj that we are going. Don't organize Janmashtami here. We will, if you organize Janmashtami, we will bomb. We will bomb
Oh,
it. Yes,
but
but
still he
Maharaj,
organized, huh?
huh?
But still he organized.
Didn't understand.
No, I'm saying even after warning, he still organized. I mean, I'm asking.
Yes, yes. Even after giving the warning, he organized and he was present there in the temple hall. And
So what happened?
I heard that Maharaj was somewhat injured also.
Some devotees died.
I don't know. I don't know. I
Yeah.
forgot. I read and I heard. I was not. I heard from some devotees. I forgot what was the exact incident.
There were many nice devotees also in Manipur. I
Yes,
mean,
yes,
after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there are narratives like that, but we don't hear about them like anything like that. They are like their mridanga is especially different from the normal kol which
yes,
is done in
yes. It
in
is. It is
Manipur.
little bit elongated. It is little bit elongated.
And the sound is also different. I mean,
Yes,
our Mridanga
yes,
sound is one thing, that their sound is entirely different. And the which is the smaller side is still small. Can you imagine? That is
yes,
still small. It is long and it is very beautiful to play. They dance with the Mridanga. Actually, generally
yes,
Manipuris are the only people who dance with Mridanga and Kartal, and they play in a different way.
yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay, Prabhu. Continue.
Um, many Manipuri people are connected to ISKCON Guwahati.
Uh-huh.
Uh, Manipuri
Okay.
people, many Manipuri devotees are connected with ISKCON Guwahati.
Very good, very good. Okay.
Disciple of Shubhakshami Maharaj.
Oh,
Mm,
okay.
yes.
Okay.
Okay. Beyond
Part
designations, but highly
part 11. Part 11.
part 11 beyond designations but highlighting regional differences, tirelessly reiterating the first teaching of Bhagavad Gita that the soul is categorically different from the body. Srila Prabhupada lambasted the bodily conception of life whereby a living being thinks of himself in terms of mundane designations. When one's mind is absorbed in the material conception, he thinks that he belongs to a particular nation, family, country, and or creed. These are all called upadhis, designations, and one has to become freed from them. Sarvopadi Vinurmuktam. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.1.2. You are not the body, Srila Prabhupada emphasized and explained this uncountable times. For instance, in materialistic life, one is encased within the body and deluded by false. Prabhu,
Yes,
yes, means how the numbering of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is read, first Lahiri, yes, like that.
there are two cantos, two volumes, two cantos. So first canto, first chapter, second verse, like that. Bhakti Sindhu, if you
Oh,
see two volumes are there. So it's the first volume, first chapter, second, like that. Second volume, second chapter, or like that. So there are only two volumes.
okay.
Yeah. Anyhow, actually, it is all modern designation. But actually, Bhagavatam is just one book. It's not divided by cantos or anything like that. Because just for the sake of facility and all, it is cantos are divided. But as such, it's a whole series of verses. Chita Goswami or Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, when they are written continuously in a very big book. But when they divided, Acharyas, what they did, they wrote one volume, like Bhanuswam Maharaj, he did two volumes, one volume and another volume. So I think it is volume one, chapter one, text two. It's like that.
Okay.
Okay, continue.
Hmm. A false egoism. Thus one thinks, I am this body, I am a human being, I am an American, I am an Indian. This bodily conception is due to false ego. Being deluded by false ego, one identifies himself with a certain family, nation, or community. In this way, one's attachment for the material world grows deeper and deeper. As long as one identifies himself as belonging to a certain family, a certain society, or a certain person, he is said to be covered with designations. When one is fully aware that he does not belong to any family, society, or country but is eternally related to Krishna, he then realizes that his energy should be employed not in the interests of so called family, society, or country, but in the interests of Krishna. And therefore, the Krishna consciousness movement is started with this summary idea that nobody should think himself as belonging to certain family, sect, religion, country, or nation. All these called designations have created havoc in the world, by virtue of which Srila Prabhupada stated, I am not interested in any particular country. Krishna consciousness is meant for the whole human society. As you think India or America, we do not think like that. Wherever it is possible, to introduce more and more, we take that opportunity. And factually, Srila Prabhupada undertook preaching tours to several places of little importance on the world stage, such as Venezuela, Kenya, Mauritius, and Fiji, preaching that the process of devotional service is applicable in any country, for any person, at all times, and in all circumstances. Srila Prabhupada strove to give Krishna consciousness to everybody without discrimination. There is no question of Eastern Western. Now people are intermingling. This instruction is neither exclusively for America or India, it is for everyone. I have no estimation of this country or that country. I know everywhere because spiritual education is lacking. Everywhere the boys and girls are fallen. Still, while upholding that intrinsically, the potency of spreading Krishna consciousness is everywhere the same. Srila Prabhupada was attuned to regional differences and recognized some preaching fields as more favorable than other. An idea of the relative importance is ascribed to different countries can be deduced from a letter of 1956 in which he proposed sending back to Godhead magazines to leading men of the world in the following scale: Afghanistan 1000, number 2 America 10,000, number 3 Argentina 500, number 4 Belgium.
Hare Krishna, Afghanistan 1,000. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Afghanistan back to back vaccine session. That means they had a center previously. Oh, Baba, Prabhupada had some people in 1956. He's talking about 1956. That means there were some people Prabhupada had contact so that he can send that. Good.
Mm, mm. Maybe before 1979, the scenario was different. The Taliban was not present there. Maybe.
Oh, you know the history of Afghanistan, huh?
No, I means that foreign affairs
So you,
of Taliban.
so in 1979, the Taliban came into picture.
Yes, I think so. Maybe like that only. Soviet Union came, then uh, like this. Soviet Union came, then to defeat Soviet Union, America created that Taliban.
Oh, Krishna. Oh, the Chechnya war. Oh,
Yes,
the Chechnya war, na Chechnya war.
yes.
There was a small place for America and Russia. They were fighting for the Chechnya. So they selected Afghanistan as the field for fighting, and they created that
Mm.
war. So they left. So I think that is what happened. Am I right?
Yes, yes. That's right.
Oh, Krishna. America is America. Of course, I should not say that because
Yes.
they may record anything, but there's so much. Everything United States has a big history. Everything. Even take a banana. Even take a banana. There is a big history as to how people were killed. So many people were. So much money was made. Everything they see only killing and money. That's what in God we trust, they say, but there is nothing like God in gold, oil, and drugs. That is what America is. It is made for that. People are like that. And future is also like that. Hare Krishna. Okay, bro.
Belgium 500, number 5 Brazil 500, number 6 Burma 1000, number 7 Canada 500, number 8 Chile 500, number 9 China 10,000, number 10 Czechoslovakia.
No, this is Czechoslovakia before the communist regime. So it became Czech and Slovakia, the two countries it became.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, bro.
Yes, 500. Number 11, Denmark, 500. Number 12, Egypt, 1000. Number 13, Ethiopia, 500. Number 14, France, 1000. Number 15, Germany, 5000. Number 16, Greece, 1000. Number 17, Indonesia, 500. Number 18, Iran, 500. Number 19, Iraq, 500. Number 20, Italy 1000. Number 21, Japan 2000. Number 22, Laos 500. Number 23, Mexico 500. Number 24,
It's not Laos, it's Laos. Laos.
Laos. Laos. Monaco 500. Number 25, Mongolia 500. Number 26, Nepal 500. Number 27, Netherlands 1000. Number 28, Norway 1000. Number 29, Philippines 500. Number 30, Poland 500. Number 31, Saudi Arabia 500. Number 32, Sudan 500. Number 33, Syria, 500. Number 34,
It's
Thailand,
not Syria,
500. Number
fellow, it's Syria.
Syria,
It's not Syria,
Syria,
it's
Syria.
Syria.
Yes. Syria 500, number 34 Thailand 500, number 35 Sweden 500, number 36 Turkey 500, number 37 Vietnam 500, number 38 USSR 10,000, number 39 Yugoslavia 500, number 40 Austria 500, number 41 Bulgaria 500, number 42 Finland 500, number 43 Holy See 500, number 44 Hungary 500, number 45 Romania 500, number 46 Switzerland 500, number 47 Australia 2000, number 48 Cambodia 500, number 49 Ceylon 500, number 50 Ghana 500, number 51 Malaya 500, number 52 Pakistan 1000, number 53 United Kingdom 10,000.
Ceylon means Sri Lanka. Everybody knows, I think.
Ah,
49. Ceylon means Sri Lanka. The old name of Sri Lanka is Ceylon.
yes, yes. Okay. When asked in which country has the Hare Krishna movement been the most powerful or successful, Srila Prabhupada replied, everywhere, in Africa, in America, in Canada, in Japan, in China. Yet he continued, most successful in America. Often expressing appreciation for America, Srila Prabhupada referred to New York as the greatest city in the world and Fifth Avenue in New York as the most important street in the important city in the most important country in the world. He said that a skyscraper in New York would be a beacon of Krishna consciousness for the world. Srila Prabhupada considered that Europe is a great field for preaching. There is a very good scope in Europe for this Sankirtan movement. If you just spread this chanting in Europe, then it becomes Vaikuntha. Side by side, push on the literature distribution as far as possible. This should be done very vigorously and you will have great success there. He also called London the greatest city in the world and stated that England is the best field in the world for distributing our books as good or better than USA. He saw Russians as the greatest atheists and noted the Russian people are very morose and unhappy. They want to join us. That is a fact. He also predicted that Russians will become first class theists. Govinda Dasi, he was extremely interested in Russia. He always talked about Russia and how Russia should receive the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Regarding Germany, Srila Prabhupada found it to be the most progressive country in Europe, the best country in Europe. The most intelligent class of men are there. He found the German people to be very intelligent and interested in philosophy. Summarizing his high regard for Germany and his high hopes for preaching there. In Germany, when I was there, I was very, very hopeful. There is good scope for preaching Krishna consciousness there. The people there are very intelligent. They are prepared to accept the real truth. Germany was always famous for its intelligent population. It will be a great success. Get the German people to take this movement seriously. Yet Srila Prabhupada also said that Germans were the most materially attached, considering France is a very important country and that Paris is the most important city of the world. Srila Prabhupada exhorted devotees in France to make Krishna more prominent than Napoleon and the Eiffel Tower. His opening words at a public lecture in Paris, You French people have a history of being revolutionary because you are looking for a better way of life. When the words were translated into French, the crowd cheered and applauded. Srila Prabhupada continued, therefore, you should inquire into this Krishna consciousness. It is a revolutionary movement for reviving our original God consciousness. He saw Rome as another very important city, and regarding Italy, commented, the people are naturally religiously inclined, and I am sure if our movement is properly organized there, surely we shall get many devotees. That is our mission here in Italy, that we will engage the Italian people in devotional principles, and our movement will be very, very successful. It will spread very quickly in this country. He opined that it would be difficult to make devotees in Sweden. When devotees proposed going to Istanbul to preach, Srila Prabhupada enthusiastically approved and said we should have a temple there and in Cairo. Seeing Bangladesh and Nepal as two nice fields, Srila Prabhupada wanted a strong hold of Vaishnavism in Nepal, expressing great interest in preaching to the Japanese. Srila Prabhupada noted that they still have great respect for spiritual persons and predicted that they will make very excellent devotees once you can explain our philosophy to them in their own language. I think the Japanese people can all become Krishnaized very easily as they have become now very opulent like Americans and they are very intelligent, clean, quiet and respectful on the whole.
See how Prabhupada has plans for every country and every city. He knows the whole world. There are many people on the internet speaking that ISKCON is like this, ISKCON is like that. The Rajiv Dixit says ISKCON is the East India Company. They came to, अरे भाड़ में जाओ यार तुम लोग. They go to hell, Baba. You see how Prabhupada is want to make every country Krishnaize, every country Krishna conscious, every people. Actually, we will think what we are doing now, where we are. But actually, when Prabhupada was there, his vision was not just limited to United States or India. Every place, every nook and corner, he used to concentrate. That is what. That's why we should be very fortunate to be with Prabhupada's movement and then do something for Prabhupada. Otherwise, devotees they don't have any idea what they are doing, what they are reading. They are not reading just Bhagavad Gita as it is. It's like it's spiritual. It's like the whole spiritual world is there in that one book, Bhagavatam, and Prabhupada is writing. So we have to be very fortunate to preach, very fortunate to come to the movement, and very fortunate to preach. It's not so easy. One can preach. Okay. Yes.
I found the Japanese boys and girls very nice and humble and submissive and respectful. So I have a very good notion about the Japanese people. Japanese nice people, hard workers and honest. Yes. I have got very good respect for Japanese people. The Japanese boys and girls are so well behaved and that I was astonished that they were more respectful than my direct disciples. I think there is great prospect to spread Krishna consciousness in Japan as well as China because though both China and Japan belong to Oriental culture, a little endeavor tactfully in pushing Krishna consciousness in these two countries will be sure advancement.
Actually, we think United States is going to be the, is a big country, powerful country, and all. Actually, our aim should be to preach in China. At least I am personally, I like to preach in China, but somehow It's not possible now, presently, and I don't know how it is possible. But I would, when our godbrother Narayan Pandit Prabhu is there, he came back to India. He was there preaching in China so many years in Shanghai. I used to distribute books in the city, and he's going the trains and distribute. He used to narrate so many pastimes, book distribution memories and all. He used to make me to hear, and I developed a desire to go to China and preach. It is not so easy. It is not at all easy. Even United States is more easy. More what? Is nothing. India and United States not much difference in one sense. Only the people little bit and the speaking in English. That's all. But as such, it is not so difficult in even to preach in United States. But in preach in China, Japan is also Japan is like they don't respond, but you are not objected from distribution and all. But China, it's a difficult place. It's it's near to impossible to preach openly or doing. They are doing it. The devotees, Sikhimaiti Prabhu, the proper disciple, he goes to China every year. He is there now. There are a few other proper disciples, at least one or two, who are preaching. Chandrasekhar Prabhu, there is one devotee, he preaches in China, but he was banned. He was his passport was deported. He was deported from China because he was caught preaching. So he preaches from Hong Kong. So Hong Kong is like the not the mainland of China. It is like city, country, everything like that. So it is more or less like the secular world where the communist regime is not there. But in the communist regime, it is very, very difficult to preach. In one sense, secular government is atheistic government, yeah, because they don't believe in God or they don't believe in any this one. And that too, if it is in India, they're anti-Hindu and anti-Vedic and all. But secular means they allow, just like United States, they allow all religions to flourish. Everybody here, Christians, Muslims, Zoroastrians, everybody has their synagogues, mosques, temples everywhere. Although it is democratic nation, so like that, unless and until now USSR, how Russia became democratic, and still in Russia it is difficult to distribute. Indians cannot distribute. Russians they are distributing because they can't do anything for them. The KGB cannot. Of course, sometimes our devotees say that KGB comes to them, and now also some of the old KGB people they come and they warn them not to do here and there. But for Indians, it is much tougher place. But in China, unless and until it becomes at least a secular country, it is difficult because once it becomes a secular country, even Christians and Muslims also will preach. Christians and Muslims are preaching more vigorously in China. Christians are preaching more vigorously. They have so many Christians converted to Christianity. So they are more fixed up than the regular Christians. I mean, they are more devoted. They are being beaten up, sometimes killed, but still they continue. Islam is not so much because there is one part of Urukis Muslims are there in one part of China, but Uyghurs or I don't know the name. I don't know what they are called. But Krishna consciousness is slowly picking up. There are at least maybe 5,000 or 10,000, 5,000, I think. They are devotees, Chinese devotees. They are there. Yeah, it's a great endeavor to preach in China and Japan and to preach in United States even. Preaching in India is nothing. It's a cakewalk. Now America is becoming also like that. Anybody you can preach very nicely. Hey, Hare Krishna, hello, how are you? You look so peaceful and happy. You have this book. Oh, what's this? They take generally. Chinese people, very difficult to penetrate them. Maybe you should know the simple Chinese, Mandarin, or I don't know the language. If you know the language, then you can do something. Even if you know the English, it's very difficult to distribute books to Chinese. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Ramdas Prabhu, you have experience to distribute to Chinese people in English or English speaking Chinese or Chinese people? You have distributed some books to Chinese?
Hare Krishna Prabhupada Pranams. A little
Um,
bit. Like you said, it's a little bit more challenging, but the more westernized they become,
yeah,
they they more take more or less because they just follow, the Western how they do things.
yeah,
But
yeah. That is what my experience is. I disputed to Chinese people, but not to hardcore Chinese coming from China. They are here in United States. They're like more or less they know Chinese, but more or less like they are more or less like in United States. They are second generation kids and all. I distributed them books, but not to the hardcore Chinese or Japanese. You have to know the language. You need to know the Oriental culture and all. Yeah, you're saying something.
me, Peru, or
Yeah.
no,
Okay.
I mean that was all. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yes, bro. Continue. Is there
He
anything?
was
Yeah, yeah, you can read.
he was very hopeful for success in China. When initiating a Chinese devotee in Mayapur, Srila Prabhupada commented, "From a dog eater, just like in a forest, if there is one sandalwood tree, the whole forest becomes fragrant. Because of this one devotee, the whole Chinese race is glorious." South America. The people are not so rich or enlightened as their North American neighbors, but they are very nice people and somewhat pious, and that is their credit. In the Spanish language, there is great hope, a great scope for distributing our literature and preaching to the people of South America.
There is a book by Saksarup Maharaj called Srila Prabhupada in Latin about Srila Prabhupada about Latin America. There is a book. I have that book. Small booklet. It is. It is in the quotes which Prabhupada gave regarding preaching in Latin American countries. So there is a very beautiful. There are beautiful quotes, anecdotes. What Prabhupada wanted from Spanish speaking, except Brazil, which is a Portuguese speaking country. The whole every country speaks Spanish, their own dialect of Spanish. That means the Peru dialect of Spanish is different from the I mean from the Spanish which Argentinians speak, the Spanish which Chile people speak, the Spanish which many countries are there, Ecuador, El Salvador, they like that, Puerto Rico, all these South American countries, they have different, like, we wanted to go to Bolivia. That is another big country. Maharaj wanted us to go to Bolivia, but that's like it is another world of Spanish language. And actually, Spanish people are more pious, as Prabhupada said, it's our experience also. They are very enthusiastic. They are very, what can I say? Not like very sophisticated like United States white people or Americans. American people are very sophisticated, they are very private. But these people, they mingle with everybody, they speak very nicely, just like South Indians. And they can go anywhere. So, like that, Spanish people, if you know their language, you just boom, you can easily get connected to them. If you know the language, that's all. They are the most loving people, Spanish people. But there's so many Bengalis and Hindi people. They are devotees in South America. They are staying there. May not be preaching so vigorously, but they are doing their devotional service. Their devotees are there. I got in touch with one devotee, Bengali devotee, who learned Spanish and is in Puerto Rico, in Peru. Two, three devotees are there. So it's like that. Even the Caribbean islands is very good for preaching. Guyana, British, this, what is that? Or the French Guyana, the British Guyana, all these people, all the Caribbean islands. Ramdas Prabhu is from Guyana, so he knows. They're very loving devotees. They give also donation in Miami. we got so much of donation. They love to give. They may not give more. They are not so rich people, but whoever wants to give, they're not filthy rich, but they are rich people are there. They used to give. One Guyanese guy gave 200, just one spot he gave $200 to $300. I think, yeah, once he gave to me. I remember in Miami. So just they are from India and they Trinidad, Guyana, all these Caribbean islands. They are very nice, enthusiastic, charming, and very receptive and immediate. They are so like just like the dry grass immediately catches fire. So like that, the Guyanese people, they are so enthusiastic. You speak to them, hey, how are you? This is Bhagavad Gita. And they're so interested. Immediately they catch the book. And I have experience of so many times in Miami, at least we were distributing books. They're so interested. They're so good. Okay. Okay. Yes, Prabhu, continue.
Mm. Mexico is very much like India. Srila Prabhupada said he found the Mexico people pious, deemed them less civilized, not Aryans, yet said they could and were becoming Aryans. He saw Africa as a weak field and spoke of converting all Africans to Krishna consciousness. He wanted to introduce Rath Yatra in Africa. Black Jagannath will attract. I think if you can introduce such Black Jagannath Rath Yatra, thousands will join and take prasad and chant Hare Krishna. When in Mauritius, Srila Prabhupada commented that it could become the first Krishna conscious country in the world, and shortly thereafter he said the same about Fiji.
What is this Black Jagannath? I never heard Black Jagannath. I mean, Jagannath is black, Satswai. You mean? I don't know.
Yes, maybe the Africans they will relate.
Because Jagannath is black in color. So
Yes, yes, yes.
Krishna
Definitely.
Prabhupada said
In,
this,
in
that's
in
why.
those days, yes, in those days there was a great conflict between white people and black people. Maybe that's why.
Obviously. But one more thing is that it's just because Prabhupada said it's okay. Otherwise, if some devotee would have said, then they will make a big thing racist, racist. I mean, if some devotee would have said Black Jagannath will attract black people, then it will create a lot of problem among devotees. But because Prabhupada said there is a relaxation in that. Um, During book distribution, what happened is that I said to one black person that black people are more, are more. Like what I said, I used a word. I went with Suresh Prabhu for book distribution in the mall, and I said, "You deserve these books." And they took it in a negative way. They thought that they are the people who are not downtrodden and they need to be revived. I didn't mean that, but they meant like that. Why only black people? Why not? Oh, I said no, no, it's not like that. So in US it is like that. You have to be very careful while speaking to black people. Do not use any comments in such a way that it turns out to be like racist or anything like that. So we don't know. Like yesterday or day before yesterday, when I was speaking to some Indians, I told like these are the various donation schemes. I said, what is this word you're using? Schemes. In India, schemes means what? Oh, yeah, Parvati, what is the meaning of scheme? Schemes means various policies or various, various ways in which you can serve. There are but there is a word in scheme wherein you have a dishonest policy, a very kind of a thing wherein you want to scam people, you want to cheat people. I didn't know that. So because it is with Indians and they know what I'm speaking and they are not fully westernized, So it was okay. But if you would have told to the same thing to some Westerner, he would have made my life miserable like anything at that time. So it's like that. Some things which Prabhupada said, we are very saved. Like International Society for Krishna Consciousness, Prabhupada established very clearly, very, it is like nothing other than Krishna. Nowadays they are introducing Shiva Abhishek, Ganesh Abhishek. They will bring even Durga also. They will bring Kali. Whatever they want, they will do. But Prabhupada still saved International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Very clear. If somebody and somebody I saw in one, like, I was distributing books in Atlanta, and I said we have a program on Shivratri, and people were surprised. The old people, they were surprised. Hey, you're doing Shivratri? How are you doing Shivratri? You don't do general Shivratri. So that means they know that ISKCON, they don't do all these things, and we are doing it now. So my point is not whether Shivratri they are doing in ISKCON or not. My point is that these are the things which Prabhupada saved from. Some things are there which Prabhupada gave, that's all. If you could have been introduced with somebody, then it would have become more problematic and more. It's like there's nothing like female Diksha Guru, but they want to do it. Yes, Prabhu, Ramdas Prabhu, you wanted to say something?
Hare Krishna. Yes, bro. So my question is that I could be wrong, but also is because I think because Indians had an attachment to Lord Shiva, and they do so many things based on this. But Lord
Yeah.
Shiva is the Vaishnava. He's a Vaishnava. So I mean, we celebrate other Vaishnavas. How come? I mean, this is my thoughts. I don't know. You know more than I do. So how come we don't celebrate Lord Shiva in a sense, like because we have appreciation for other Vaishnava, and he's considered to be the topmost Vaishnava. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Yes, good question. Actually, it's a very beautiful question, very important question. We worship every day acharyas, we take blessings from acharyas who are considered Vaishnavas, and we want Vaishnava association. Vaishnavas are from, because Vaishnava Seva, among the many, many principles of Krishna consciousness, first is Name, Ruchi, Jive, Daya, Vaishnava Seva. These are the three things which are required for a devotee to progress in Krishna consciousness, to advance in Krishna consciousness. The main thing is that if you see in the baptism during if you see baptism Thakur, they used to have Gopeshwar Mahadev, who is the Kshetrapalaka or Dham Rakshak in one sense. So they were not confused. They were also very clear. When they used to give Aarti, the Aarti first goes to the Lord Shiva, and then Aarti is done to Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and it goes to first to Shiva and then go to other devotees, Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur and other devotees. And they used to offer prasadam, and that prasadam used to go first to Lord Shiva and then to other devotees, and they used to go to other devotees. So in that way, they were very clear. The problem now is that we want to worship Lord Shiva, but Prabhupada was very conscious and cautious about this, because in India, to India, Indians are more attached to Lord Shiva because of the benediction which he gives. Somehow that narrative of becoming Shiva devotee is easier than to become a Krishna, attached to Krishna. And even when it comes to Krishna consciousness, we say Lord Vaishnavana Metam Shambhu and then just limit to that, but don't worship every day, than worship acharyas, because acharyas gave us knowledge, because it's a siksha and diksha parampara. So that is one perspective of saying that, because knowledge we receive through acharyas, and when we serve and offer, and when we take when we do puja, when we do archan, when we do anything, so we are doing as the representative of our acharyas and Prabhupada and the present guru from whom we have taken diksha. So that's why Shiva is not important for us in that way, that Shiva is a Vaishnava, yes, but celebrating Shiva's the appearance of Shivaratri is because people in general, they don't know that Shiva is the greatest Vaishnava. To explain to them, it is very difficult. So it will take time to understand that Lord Shiva is supreme only in this world, but the supreme personality of Godhead is Krishna. To make them understand, it will take time. And that's why Prabhupada didn't make that particular Shivratri as, we have to worship Lord Shiva, because people needs to be under, even after becoming initiated devotees, they cannot get attached, they cannot get out of that attachment for Shiva or Bhairava or Ganesha. Many devotees struggle a lot to get out of this demigod attachment. I mean, so, in order to get out of this, Prabhupada didn't insist on worshipping, or doing Shivratri. The main thing is that our main worship is Krishna, and whoever acharyas have given us through the Krishna, through gave us Krishna consciousness, we concentrate more on that. Although Vaishnavanam Yathashambho is there in Bhagavatam, we just we respect them, we adore Lord Shiva. We recite also some shlokas in Shiva Gita, in it's in Bhagavatam. There are prayers of Lord Shiva, to Shiva's instruction to Prachetas, and Aradhananam, Padma Puran shlokas. Many things we do, like we recite, but we limit to that because in general public in India, general public, they are more inclined to Lord Shiva. And if without informing them, without giving them knowledge, if we are just trying to worship Lord Shiva, like, because we know Vaishnavana Mesha Shambhos and we worship, but in general public don't know that Lord Shiva is not supreme. Lord Shiva is the greatest Vaishnava, and he is subordinate to Krishna, that they don't know. And if we worship, what will happen? People will think that we are also worshipping Lord Shiva. We are also. But nowadays, what is happening is that they do Shivratri on that particular day. But people don't understand. We do only one day, that particular day. The other days we don't do it. But why we do it? Just to get the appeasement of the public. That's all. Actually, we worship Lord Shiva. As Maharaj said in one lecture, we are the best Shaivites. We are best followers of Lord Shiva, because Lord Shiva what? Aradhana nam sarvesham Vishnu Aradhanam. So our Aradhana is Param Vishnu, that is Krishna. Adi Vishnu is Krishna. And Aradhanam sarvesham Vishnu Tasmat Parataram Devi, as Tasmat Parataram Devi Tadiyanam. The devotees are more worshipable. So we are following the teachings of Lord Shiva. So in that way, in one sense, that acharyas are more important because they give Krishna consciousness, because we receive through parampara, that one. And another one is that because general public, they don't know that we should, we should worship Krishna. And if we also start worshipping Krishna, Shiva every day, because thinking we know that Shiva is the topmost Vaishnava, but we have to explain to people. And to get that, like in Madhva Sampradaya, they worship Hanuman, they worship like so many demigods there. But they know, they are very clear. If you go to Udupi, they have every shrine is there. But they are very clear that Krishna is supreme. That's all. Others they worship as a representative of Krishna. But we have to speak to people and then make them understand that Krishna, Shiva is the representative. To that, that's why Prabhupada, in what I am thinking so. Is it okay for?
Yes, Prabhu, thank you.
Okay, Hare Krishna. So it's so much time has become. Anybody has anything to say regarding this? Am I clear in what I said? I think I am clear. Don't know. Many people, many devotees get offended by speaking. We are not offending. We don't respect. We don't disrespect Lord Shiva at all. Even if you disrespect Lord Shiva, you go to hell. You will not get Krishna consciousness at all, for that matter. But just because we don't worship, we oppose Shivratri, that doesn't mean that we disrespect Lord Shiva. No, it is not like that. Some people mistake like that. Oh, Prabhuji, आप क्या ऐसा बोल रहे हैं? नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है. General public, they don't know, when they do Abhishek, they think that Shiva is supreme, but Shiva is not supreme. Shiva is supreme in this world. We have to be very clear in understanding. Shiva is supreme only in this material world. He is supreme because he associates with Maya also. Somebody has said in the chat box something. Prabhuji, should we support Kanya Pujan in Navaratri in the name of Prasadam distribution? What is this Kanya Pujan? Oh, they worship the girls, virgin girls, huh? Okay, okay. I don't know. Mataji, you can explain what is this Kanya Pujan?
Prabhuji, girls below the age of 12, I think, they are worshipped, they are given prasadam and all the ritualistic ceremonies they are performed.
It is
So
one of the, in
devotees are
Andhra also we do. In Andhra also we do during the time of Sankranti, the Bogi, they celebrate and the girls are, like, it is not a worship, it is adoration of their devotee or whatever they have attained. That is a part of culture. It is nothing to do with, it's a traditional kind of a thing wherein that functions are made. It has nothing to do with, like, we alleviate if we do it. It's a more like a private program among the women. It is not a, like, function which is done like Janmashtami or anything like that. It's a basically a family function. I think it is like a family function. Of course, Navaratri is there. But there is nothing wrong in doing when prasadam is fed to them. But it should not be like, the girl is like, no, now Lakshmi Devi. Yeah, girls are considered Lakshmi because we give the respect like Lakshmi Devi. But we should also see that they given Sri Dharma first. Okay, Lakshmi is there, but Sri Dharma also should be given. Sri Dharma we don't give, we sell only Lakshmi and send them to schools, colleges, and then make them to work. Then when they are getting exploited, where is your Lakshmi going then? So the thing is, yes, feeding prasadam is not a problem. And Navaratri, come on, Navaratri is more or less like a festival for Durga. So we don't celebrate Navaratri in the sense of what they celebrate, but in that way. Yeah, it's difficult. They do it, it's a traditional way of doing it. So instead of giving food, we can give prasadam. That can be done. It's a family function kind of a thing. Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you. When we were there, you were reading. You were reading. We have to read from here. Oh, this one. I will just read the. Okay. When in Mauritius, Srila Prabhupada commented that it could become the first Krishna conscious country in the world, and shortly thereafter, he said the same about Fiji. A remarkable benediction from Srila Prabhupada. For whoever take up the challenge, I put my head, the dust from the feet, whoever preaches in Muslim countries. Oh, so you see, Prabhupada is telling this. Okay, so we will read from here in the next meeting. Until then, thank you very much. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव भक्तवृंद की जय. Of course, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Bhaktivinoda means Lord Shiva has also come in this. Srila Prabhupada, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Salas Bhakti Ka Swami Maharaj ki jai. The mood and mission of Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.